Well, we've won the Europa League, but now it's time to build a good enough squad capable of winning the Champions League. Hello, welcome to part 55 of the Hollywood Dream. And coming up in today's episode, we do have our transfer window where we try and sign players capable of securing us victory in the Champions League. But first, let's take a look at our end of season review. So, as you can see, only in the 2030-31 season, so probably about 7-8 seasons into the same, we've all just won the Europa League. Now we're in the Champions League. But let's take a look at our new arrivals. Believe it or not, we only signed 6 players. I can't believe it. I didn't realise we signed that little amount of players. But obviously, signing of the season, no doubt, went to Vatang Saria. Came on a £29 million move from Newcastle, 37 goals, 5 assists. That's absolutely incredible. How we only managed an average rating of 7.27 is absolutely unbelievable. Then Jason McNeil, again, another good, decent left-back option. Played some games, actually played more games than I thought. 38 appearances, 7 off the bench, 11 assists, 3 goals. That's not too bad as a left back. Not too bad at all. Then Tom Bischoff, very, very good. Probably just going to be a backup for this season. I doubt he's going to play as many games as that, but he still plays a hell of a lot of games. 13 assists, average rating of 7.03. Safe to say he's done better than I thought he would, especially when most of the games he played was coming off the bench. And Pershua's not great, but I think he'll be fine as a backup next year. We just need to get in a decent centre-back, because either him or Caleb McConaughey will certainly be going, probably a Colai. Then Ezra Carrington, yeah, just a pretty ideal backup to Mollard. And Goran Smajic started off as first choice at the beginning of the season and sort of fell back into a backup goalkeeper, but he might be first choice this season, considering how well he played against Tottenham in the final game of the season. But we'll wait and see about that. So Premier League this season, obviously finished mid-table. We sort of did that. Obviously finished 8th, winning the Europa League. It was a fairly simple run. The semi-finals, pretty easy. All of it was pretty easy. There wasn't really a difficult test. I mean, apart from the first leg against Lens, and the second leg we really ripped him apart, winning 10-1. But the final against Manchester United is absolutely easy. I thought it was going to go horribly wrong in the first half, but it didn't. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, we'll just forget about that, because don't really need to win them. We've already won the FA Cup. It'd be nice to win the Carabao Cup and the Community Shield. Obviously, we're not in the Community Shield this year, but we lost it. But the board really only wanted us to care about the Premier League, and we did pretty well. Our biggest win this year was a 10-0 win over Maccabi Haifa. Doesn't really count because it was against a bunch of nobodies. Our match to remember was the 7-1 win over Liverpool. That is quite absurd. The goal of the season got awarded to Tom Bischoff, who his goal against Aston Villa. He scored quite a good goal, I think, in the last episode, or in the semi-finals, in fact. I'm surprised he didn't get awarded goal of the season for that goal, because that was absolutely brilliant. It might have been actually Brandon Hunter, that goal. Bischoff, okay, that is a pretty wonderful strike, very far out. So, yeah, that's definitely goal of the season. Club reputation, I would have thought it going up to 4 stars, considering we won the Europa League, but it stayed at 3.5 stars. Annual revenue has gone up massively, considering we are back in the Premier League, not in the Championship. Sponsorship has gone down just a touch, and merchandise still very, very good. The top shirt names being Kabangu, Mular, Sotochek, Salia, and Josh Taylor. Very, very good. So our best 11 this year was Dean Henderson in goal. He might be done, he might not be. I don't really know about him. Then we had a back four: Mollard, Akolai, Snape, McNeil. Talby doesn't get into the team. I can see why, because McNeil was rating a 7.09. Midfield partnership of Josh Taylor and Brandon Hunter. Mular on the right, Kabangu in the middle, Moretti on the left. So no Soschek. I can see why, because Moretti did get 15 goals 8 assists. Then we had Salia up front. I mean, looking at the goals, Salia got 37, Cabangu got 26, Millar got 20. Obviously, Brandon Hunter with a decent amount, over 10 goals each. That's not too bad. Then Mular got fans playing young player of the season. Obviously, Sadia got signing of the season. He also got top goal scorer. Mular got most assists with 22. That's unbelievable. That is. Did we win any competition awards? Sort of. Sadia got Europa League Golden Boot, and Mular got Europa League Young Player of the season. That is all top quality stuff. Yeah, we won the Europa League. Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. Sadia is a record breaker for Wrexham. Absolutely ridiculous. In his first season for Wrexham, that is quite some achievement. This guy looks good. He doesn't look good, but I think he could be a potential backup player. But in terms of transfers, I don't really know what we're going to be doing. Let's take a look at what the board wants us to do next year. Play attacking football, make the best of set pieces. All this is the same as probably the previous seasons. Within the wage budget, that should be quite simple. But most important thing they want us to do is be competitive in the Champions League. Got no pressure on us, so let's win it this year. Obviously, if we do win the Champions League, that's a safe done and dusted. But I wouldn't mind winning the Premier League within the next couple of years. So if we can sign enough top quality players to win the Premier League, I think that'd be great. As far as Champions League concerned, I'm not too fussed about that this year, but I think top half finish. I think that's all I'm saying. We'll keep the pressure down low, but deep down, I want to win the Premier League, or ideally finish in the top four, and probably just try and qualify for the Champions League every season from now on. Let's just go to let's go. Yeah, we'll stay in the USA. I love to go to the USA. In case you can tell, I don't remember the last time we had a training camp not in America. Considering our owners are America at the moment, they still are. They haven't left us just yet. Who's this guy that's fairly decent? Doesn't look fairly decent because he looks absolutely rubbish, but this guy does. We don't need a left winger, but he might be a potential decent option. But I think for now, we'll probably just go through to the first day of the transfer window. I might have signed a player, might have sold a player, but who knows? Let's just see what happens come the first day of the transfer window. It's currently the 10th of June and the opening of the brand new Premier League transfer window. We are in the process of selling one player. We have sold one player, so potentially two players out the door. Obviously, one confirmed, which will be confirmed very, very soon. But let's take a look at our rumoured players. So we haven't been rumoured with many players. Takafasu Kubo, who's a Japanese centre attacker mid or striker, plays for Liverpool. It's not really a position that we're looking for because obviously we've got Cabangu, who's a very good centre attacker mid. Obviously, Montserrat as a backup. There's obviously strikers. We've got Salia, potentially Resio. So Kubo, we'll keep an eye on him. But we've got the money for him. But I just don't know if we need to sign him. Then Ricardo Calafiori, another player from Liverpool. What is it with Liverpool? Where do they finish in the Premier League? 12th. Nice. Who is their manager? Paul Tate. Who the hell are you? You haven't really been manager of anyone decent. In real life, you are. I think you're probably at either the Chelsea under 21s or Preston North End. So he's not that great, is he? I don't know how he's got the Liverpool job, but he has. He's not a great manager, but he doesn't look great. But I think Calafiori probably won't sign him because he is 29. He is getting old a bit. Daniel Muller has been rumoured to ever move to Tottenham, potentially 99 million. His contract does end in 4 years' time. He doesn't have a minimum fee release clause because that is minimum fee release clause comes in the Champions League, which is very, very good because that means we can just reject any transfers that any transfer bids that come in our way. Chelsea have made an offer for Taylor. We're going to reject that at the moment because I just don't think it's enough money, 67 million, when he's valued at 68 to 86. So if he comes back in a hissy fit, which he has, just we'll reconsider if we have an offer for 108 million. If Chelsea make that, then we're actually screwed. But there is one player leaving us. He will get confirmed shortly. He joins Al Ain on the 11th of June, and that is Caleb Okolai. Unfortunately, I don't think we made a profit. He wasn't that great last season. He's valued to 32 to 37. Potentially, we could have got a bit more than for him, but we have sold him for 16 million. We bought him in for 26. It's a 10 million pound loss. It's not ideal, but he wasn't great at all last season. He was all right in the championship, but just didn't make the step up back into the Premier League like I thought he would do. So he joined Owain for 16 million pounds. So we do have one more player potentially on their way out, and that is Sherman Barbassi. We've got multiple bids accepted for 14 million. Again, that's not going to be a profit. 22 million, we overpaid for him. I think we should have paid a little bit under that, but he hasn't been great at all. He hasn't lived up to his potential like he could have done. But we've accepted offers from Hull City, West Brom, Olympic Lyon, and Valencia. We do have one player coming in, that is Fabricio Diaz. That's pretty much that is Barbass's replacement, unless any of our midfielders go, particularly Taylor in general. If Chelsea make an offer of over 100, I accept 100, but 108 million is the bare minimum. But at the moment, that's the only transfers that are happening. Apart from that, I'm quite happy with the squad. So it's basically just a centre back, and the squad is done, because obviously Fabricio Diaz is coming in to be another centre mid, possibly a starting centre mid alongside either Taylor or Hunter, depending on who stays and who goes. Potentially another striker, because I'm not sure if Resio is great, so I think we probably do look to sell him. That's definitely a player we could definitely get a profit on. Obviously, no one's interested in him yet, so I think we'd probably sell him because he hasn't been great yet. He hasn't got much potential to fulfill, or if any potential. So I think he goes. Maybe he could do a signing a goalkeeper, but again, we'll figure who we need to sign in July, because I prefer to buy players in July, not June. So I think we'll leave the buy it until mid-July. So I think that's probably when we'll come back. Probably beginning mid-July, once all the players I've decided to let go of have been sold, then we'll try and figure out what positions we really need. Oh, it's currently the 15th of July. We've just got a little under a month before we first play our first games of the brand new Premier League season, which might be coming up in tomorrow's episode. We might just go straight through to the Champions League phase. So I think that's probably what I'm leaning towards, but I'll confirm it in just a few moments' time. But we have signed our first couple players of the transfer window. We have also got rid of a few players. Started off with Sherman Barbas. He has joined Olympic Lyon for 14 million. Unfortunately, it's a £8 million loss, but we were never going to make a profit on him because he barely played. Then next person to leave is Ignacio Resio. He has joined Venezia for £20 million. That's a £17 million profit, so which is very, very good. So we have also signed two players, one of them being Fabricio Diaz. He is a Uruguayan centre mid, 4 stars of current ability. He's a Premier League player. Comes in from Al Gharafa for on a free transfer. I was going to say we signed him for a lot of money, but we signed him on a free transfer. Hasn't really played for anyone decent. He's played for Liverpool FC out in Uruguay. Apart from that, that's the only two clubs he's been at, and now his third team is Wrexham, which is very, very good. So I think he'll be a very good playmaker. Next up, we've got Abduka Kuznetsov. He's a Uzbekistan centre-back, 4 stars of current ability, leading Premier League player, comes in from Sporting CP for £51 million. Previously played experience at Man City, where he didn't really play too many games. Actually joined Hamburg for 2.8 million from Man City, and that is just absolutely ridiculous because I think he is quite a decent player in real life, or has the potential to be. But appears to me that his career at Man City never really took off like it should do in real life. And we have no doubt our youth goalkeeper Anthony Rivera to Portsmouth. He had a loads about Reims last year. Didn't really go to plan. He only played 5 games. Conceded 5, had 1 clean sheet. So it wasn't. It could have been a bit better. It has hampered his potential. So I don't think he's gonna live up to that this year. So the squad at the moment, with just under a month left to go until we play our first Premier League game. So goalkeepers remain the same at the moment. We've still got Dean Henderson and Goran Smajic as 2 goalkeepers. I think I don't know whether Smajic is going to be first choice. We might just do it, but we might not. They're right backs. We've got a lot of players that can do a job at right back, but our right backs this year, same as last year, Mollard and Carrington. So we're all good in the right back role because Mollard's just absolutely unbelievable. He's out injured at the moment with a broken collarbone, but Carrington's fine as a backup. He was fine last year. He's going to be fine this year. Left backs, we've got Jason McNeil, and where is our other left back? Mino Talby. I think they're both fine. McNeil is actually says he's our best left back, which is quite surprising because I brought him in as a backup last year. But he's playing most games. He's absolutely brilliant. Then centre backs this year, probably similar to last year, apart from 1 new signing. We've got Behia, Snape, Shures and Kuznetsov. So I think defence is done, in my opinion. And centre mids, obviously, we've got Diaz and Bischoff as the 2 playmakers, and Hunter and Taylor as the 2 Masalas. Our centre mids are absolutely brilliant. Both Hunter and Taylor now rated 4 stars. This centre mid is going to be absolute dynamite. Whoever plays, whether it's Fabricio Diaz and Taylor or Diaz and Hunter. Bischoff most definitely is a backup this year. He was last year. He'll be still a backup this year. The right wingers, we've still got Sheehan and Mular. Centre attacker mids, we've still got Montserrat and Kabangu. Left wingers, it's still Moretti and Sosacek. I think Moretti is definitely getting closer to playing pretty much most of the games this year. So I think he'll be our first choice, and Sosacek as the backup. Then we've only got Salia as our only striker. Obviously, I am keeping an eye out for another striker, whether it's a world-class striker or a young striker with decent potential. I do not know. So it's basically just a striker, and that is the squad done. So I think probably what we'll do is we've got the Super Cup and the club's South American Euro Club Challenge, but they're not until after the season starts. So I think what we'll do is we're not going to bother with the first games of the season. So I will meet you on the other side of them games, maybe after the West Brom game as well. So hopefully we should have 2 trophies in the bag. But let's go straight forward to Champions League fixture release day. The day has finally arrived. It's time to reveal who we will be playing in the league phase of the Champions League. So this is who we are playing. So first up, we do play Olympic Marseille. Should be a fairly simple game. Then we've got a bunch of nobodies called Astana. Then we face Monaco, Real Madrid, Lazio, Molde, Juventus, and then finally finishing off with Man City. We also received £12 million. So the start of the season hasn't really gone to plan. Obviously losing our first game against Tottenham, then losing against PSG 2-0 in the Super Cup. Then we beat Man City 2-1. Josh Taylor and Nicola Moretti getting the goals in that game. Then unfortunately drew another game and drew 1-0 against West Brom. I thought we could have won that game, but no, just couldn't put the ball into the back of the net to save our lives. Only scored 1 goal in that game. We have signed one more player. So we have signed Isidre. He is a Spanish striker, 2.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 star potential, good Premier League player. He comes in from Barcelona for £36 million. He's a wonder kid, decent acceleration pace, and great finishing. So I think he's going to be a top class player, valued at between 80 and 120 million. So that's very, very nice. He's going to be a world class striker one day. Apart from that, we haven't signed anyone else, and it's just Fabricio Diaz, obviously Uruguayan centre mid, came in on a free transfer from Algraf, and then our last signing was Kusanov, Uzbekistan centre back, came in on a £52 million move from Sporting CP. So just the 3 signings. That's all we needed to do. The squad is looking pretty decent. We've got a fairly good bunch of players. Goalkeeper, I've got mixed opinions about. We haven't managed to get in another goalkeeper. Goras Majic, don't think he's good enough to start a Premier League game just yet. He actually played a game against Tottenham. Didn't really go to plan, obviously. So I don't know about Majic. Whether or not he'll ever live up to that 5-star potential, I do not know. So he might play some games in the Premier League. We might loan him out. We might buy a new goalkeeper and have just the 3 goalkeepers in the squad, or might just stay the same. I don't know in terms of the goalkeeper positions. But apart from that, squad is looking quite good. Let's take a look at our season preview after 3 games played. We are predicted to finish 8th, which I will happily take all day long, finishing 8th. A top 4 finish this season would be nice. How many teams qualify for Europe? Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 teams qualified for the Champions League. Tottenham qualified for the Conference League. So that's 10 teams qualified for Europe. That is absolutely insane. Who's our predicted key players this year? Daniel Müller and Kusanov. I think I could completely agree with that. I don't know why that's predicted as a 4-4-2. Clearly wrong, but it's fine. Most of it's correct. Says Goras Majic is our best predicted goalkeeper. He's not. Really ain't. So I'm not sure why. He might be good enough, but just not yet. He might be good enough against the likes of Crystal Palace and the small teams, but just not good enough to play against the top 6. With that being it, I will see you all in the next episode, where we will start life in the Champions League with our matches against Olympique Marseille and Monaco. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.